throws at. Moving on to what doesn't work. First off, let's be honest. This sequel hits a lot of beat, but it also stumbles where it should. First and foremost, what doesn't work for me? Script weakness limits emotional impact. The script has loose ends and narrative holes that weaken the second half of this film. Characters sometimes react in ways that feel more plot driven than logical, and a few sequences feel underdeveloped and rushed. It's like the script wants you to care, but it never fully immerses you emotionally. Also, what doesn't work is that this film fails to match the original's emotional depth. First, Greenland was terrifying because it felt real. This one, while visually daring, it also lacks the emotional grounded urgency. A few moments try to hit for deep human drama, but they don't land as hard, all while leaving you more impressed than moved. Also, this film over relies on disaster tropes. You know the usual. Bandits, rough terrain, last minute betrayals. You know the typical stuff. There are a couple fun set pieces, but this all just feels like a collection of scenes, rather than a story that grows organically. And also weak narrative momentum at times. Even with big visuals and action, there are places where the pacing drags because scenes don't always build on each other. You go from one survival obstacle to another without the story tension fully escalating in a satisfying way. But this movie leans heavily into the idea of life after disaster. Not just surviving till the end of the world, but what happens when there is no end in sight. It's reflective, sometimes too much so for the genre, and it tries to say something about rebuilding community and why humans keep pushing forward. But because the emotional threads aren't always hitting, it feels like the film has ideas, but doesn't always know how to organize them in a way that feels memorable beyond the visual.